Last episode, we discussed the Gorman family's experience on Skinwalker Ranch. This week, we dive into the study and investigation that was done after the purchase of the ranch by Bob Bigelow. We follow George Knapp and the NIDS team as they look into the strange phenomenon that had plagued the Gorman family, period. Is there any logical explanation to all of this, or is it just one big enigma wrapped up in a mystery?
Ooh.
Well, sit back, relax, and put your tinfoil hats on as we dive into Skinwalker Ranch, the investigation.
We're going squatching.
We're going squatching, bitches. Welcome back to Don't Touch Me Sasquatch podcast. We are your host. I am Josh.
I continue to be Lennon.
So let's dive into it. Let's start with a little terminology. It's not really terminology. The players. Let's call it the players.
All right, I like it.
First,
Darth
George
Vader.
Knapp. Darth Vader, yes. Leader of the Empire.
There we go.
He is not actually the leader. He's just a pawn, kind of in...
Well,
we're not talking about Star Wars right now. Let's just move on.
the monarchy that is the Empire.
That's right. George Knapp. George Knapp is an American investigative journalist, news anchor, conspiracy theorist, and talk radio host.
Oh.
He is known for his work investigating UFO claims. His friendship with Bob Bigelow allowed him access to visit Skinwalker Ranch and to investigate or help investigate. He didn't really do much investigation, but just reporting and interviewing.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Absolutely. Now, who did the investigation now? Well, it was the NIDS team. What is NIDS? NIDS stands for... What? Wait a minute. Oh, there
Beautiful. When you look down, the bill of your hat covers you doing the squint. So it's perfect.
Okay. All right. What does NIDS stand for? Well, NIDS stands for the National Institute for Discovery Science.
Sweet.
Robert Bigelow created this team as his own UFO investigation team after the failed attempt to unite the UFO research organizations. You know, like, I know one of them off the top of my head. MUFON.
Yeah?
Yeah, MUFON. Oh, that's right. I'm an actual member now. Card carrying. I don't have the card with me right now.
Badass, though.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you for doing this.
Hey, I actually, I was looking at it. I was actually thinking about becoming a field agent. I don't know if I'll actually go anywhere, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Maybe you'll join me if you'd like to.
I sure shall. I appreciate the finer things in life, like UFOs.
Yes. He offered them $1 million to research the multiple UFO research companies, whatever you want to call them, organizations.
Okay.
He offered them $1 million to research with one condition, that they all work together.
Yes.
Well, naturally, egos wouldn't allow this collaboration like that. Oh, sorry. A collaboration like that. I missed a word.
Gotcha.
And they began to fight for who was in charge. Bigelow said, fuck this, pulled the money, and created his own UFO investigation team called NIDS, National Institute of Discovery Science. The team consists of scientists, but they were kept anonymous as researching things like UFOs back in those days and paranormal are frowned upon. Scientists base their theories on experiments that can be replicated, and there's no way to replicate those sorts of things like UFOs and shit with any consistency. How can you replicate a UFO? You don't control the UFO. Yes, Lennon, you have a question.
Fire a rocket into the air.
Yeah, just a couple rockets. It hits a portal.
Yeah.
Looking thing. You get like some little orb up there. Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, tell me.
You call Brandon.
Dragon. Can you call Brandon?
Everybody needs to watch Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, you do.
What's it called?
The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes. Fantastic show.
Are you caught up on season 4 yet?
I haven't had a chance.
That's okay. I was just curious.
Maybe tonight. Saturday nights, I usually stay up to like 5 a.m. playing games or watching TV.
It's all good. So NIDS consists of a board and a rapid response team. The rapid response team consists of scientists, trackers, veterinarians, and so on that. And so on. That would collect the data that would be presented to the Scientist Advisory Board.
Beautiful.
The I keep saying scientist. The Science Advisory Board consists of a couple astronauts, one man that has been on the moon, and 2 U.S. senators and a couple others. It's all I really got out of who it consisted of. It just kind of said, and so on.
Sure.
So
it's cool they got a NASA astronaut there.
And one that went on the moon. Yeah, 2 NASA astronauts. I think one of them went on the moon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I meant to add veteran in there. Not veteran. I meant to say that they got a guy who's on the moon. Jesus, I should have just said that.
That's all good, Last player.
Yeah.
Skinwalkers.
Oh.
The Utes Skinwalkers, not the Navajo Skinwalkers. Call back to episode 8. Go check it out if you don't know what the Navajo Skinwalkers are.
Just try it.
So, try it. Just give it a try. You might like it.
Give it a shot.
Just give it a little tickle. If you see me squinting, I apologize. I think we covered this, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to say it again. I forgot to put my contacts in, so I'm like blind.
Yeah.
And I got like 700 zoom on my...
Yeah.
And it's still not enough. Damn, I didn't realize I was that blind. I'm getting old.
Well, it's like when I do this.
Where's my mouse? There it is.
I refuse to do contacts, and I have mine zoomed in quite heavily on all mine.
Mine is actually 170 right now, zoomed in.
Jesus, mine's usually 30, 25, 50.
Yeah.
30 is not a number you can do, so.
Well, the funny thing is 170 is it's still blurry, so every once in a while I have to do a little squint that.
But it makes you look scientific when you're going,
Could it be?
Inquisical.
Quizzical. As we talked in depth about in the Skinwalker episode, Jeepers Creepers.
Full of whimsy.
The what? The full of whimsy. Whimsical magic. The Utes and the Navajo were people. They were people.
They were best of friends.
The Utes tribe and the Navajo tribe were at war. The Utes would align themselves with the Spanish and drove the Navajo out of their native homes of Colorado. The Utes believe that the Navajo put a curse on them because of this, and that they sent a skinwalker to them because of the curse. The ridge that is found on the northeast side of the ranch is known as the Path of the Skinwalker. Mm-hmm. The Utes tribe strongly advised tribal members to not go on that ridge and to stay away, still to this day. A lot of rhyming.
Yeah, I think, in my notes, 15 generations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many generations. But, okay. The Utes have stories of the Sky People dating back 15 generations, as well as other stories about this ranch. Mm-hmm. Skinwalkers, in terms of the Utes, is used as an umbrella term that the tribe uses to explain all the anomalies and the strange things that have occurred. I had to itch, sorry. That have occurred and that they have occurred and that they have seen on the property over the centuries.
Beautiful.
Skinwalkers via Navajo belief. Like I said, there's a whole episode on it, but let's give an overview. Skinwalkers are tricksters, sorcerers, evil presence, and shapeshifters.
Fucking A right.
According to Navajo beliefs, you need to kill a member of your family to become one. Then you'll be able to shapeshift into predatory animals like wolves.
Giant, weird looking.
Indestructible
wolves.
Absolutely. Unless that was something else. And it wasn't a skinwalker.
Maybe it crawled through a portal.
Possibly from a prehistoric time. Thank you, David. Javid. The Utes don't believe in skinwalkers, though, as much as the Navajos do.
Threw me off.
Why? What I say?
Oh, for centuries, this legend has been told to them. The Utes don't believe in them.
Sorry, as much as Navajo do.
All right.
But both don't want to talk about the skinwalker. Okay, the Utes don't believe in the skinwalker in the way the Navajos do. As in, like, it's just a creature that shapeshifts. They believe in it as all portals, poltergeists.
The explanation for, like, all the bad
Exactly.
things.
So they believe in skinwalkers, just a different
type of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they believe you speak its name, you invite it into your life, as, again, we discussed.
Which is weird, because wasn't a way to eliminate the skinwalker to say its name?
Skinwalker. Just to invoke the word Skinwalker is to bring.
Oh,
into
not
your
its.
life. I'm
not
sorry,
its flesh and blood name.
my fault. Yeah, we're not sitting out there. Billy, John, Kevin, Chris.
Yeah. Throwback.
Yeah, I don't remember all the words we
There
used.
was also my
funny
favorite pastime. That was a good part.
Yeah. So those are some of the terms to help you. I don't know. Hey, Lennon, you look like you're in a different direction there.
Don't call it out. They're gonna know.
A couple of terms that when I speak of like NIDS, now you know what they're about.
Yeah.
Skinwalkers, just an overview because who knows who's seen episode 8.
Clarify one thing for me.
Please do.
What the fuck is a Sasquatch?
Okay, Sasquatch is a hairy bipedal ape-like humanoid creature that some believe come from UFOs and aliens. Some believe is just a cryptid that has been evolved from the Gigantopithecus.
Okay.
Some believe is fake. Some believe it's a spiritual thing that can disappear and reappear.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep going?
No, I think I'm filled in now. For more references on that, check out any one of our episodes.
Yeah, actually, we should probably do one again.
Orang Pendic.
I couldn't find my fucking mouse. So the one problem with now having glasses is the mouse just blends in with everything.
Yeah.
All right. In 2000, George Knapp started visiting Skinwalker Ranch with a photographer and did interviews with scientists, locals, and witnesses for his documentary film.
Mm-hmm.
In 2003, though, the word on Skinwalker Ranch was spreading, and it was being overrun by trespassers. And Bob Lazar is not the guy I want to speak of.
He showed up too.
Yeah. Bob Bigelow.
He keeps coming back.
Son of a bitch.
It's being overrun by trespassers. And Bob Lazar. Just Bob Lazar.
He just keeps coming back.
Just hopping fences.
I'm just picturing him just running like, huh?
Over the fence.
Oh, we got a Bob Lazar again. Bob Lazar sighting.
Oh my god, we had a code 23 Bob.
Yeah. A code 115.
Ah,
Yeah, come on now.
remember, I know, but I couldn't remember.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you chimed in with it though.
All right,
the joke was put in.
So it's overrun by trespassers, and Bob Bigelow.
There he is.
He asked George Knapp not to release the film to eliminate some of the because it was already so popular and being overrun.
Yeah.
It was hindering their investigation.
Yep.
Bigelow did allow George Knapp to write some articles in papers about Skinwalker Ranch as long as he didn't include any photos.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2005, Bob Bigelow told George Knapp that he could go ahead and release his book, The Hunt for the Skinwalker, read by Lennon. Also was one of the sources for my research also. Again, though.
Read by me. I did the audiobook.
Yeah, you did. It was an incredible job. It sounded nothing like you. It's pretty impressive. How do you mask your voice like that?
Channel Jeff.
I'm not going to do it because I don't want to do the stupid fisheye. Again, though, he asked him not to add any photos of the ranch, which is why there was no photos in the book or anything.
Thank you.
The hope was that different people in other locations would come forward and say that similar things were happening. That way, NIDS had somewhere else to investigate. Mm-hmm. Because at this time, in 2005, the activity at the ranch was dying down. It was almost like it was like, all right, fucking done with this. Stop. Move on.
I need a break. You need a break.
So what happened is they did that in hopes of finding other locations that had similar whatever.
Yeah.
Stalling still. I see why you have trouble finding your spot when you don't have glasses on.
Yes, man.
There it is. Okay. Other locations did pop up, but nothing to the level as to what Skinwalker Ranch had and never led to any additional studies.
Yeah.
Around that time, NIDS dissolved because of the activity at Skinwalker Ranch decreased, and these other sites didn't have as much activity.
Yeah.
Finally, the ranch was sold in 2016, and Bob Bigelow, did not own it anymore. I'm saying Bigelow because I'm afraid to call him Bob Lazar again.
No, that's not what it is.
Oh, okay. I thought you were laughing at that. I was like, I have to. I'm sorry.
No, please don't change it. Everything I've ever heard of him, I've always heard him called Robert Bigelow. So when you say Bob Bigelow,
I'm sorry.
It makes you sound so like friendly, like your best friends. You know him for years.
George Knapp is friends with Bob Lazar, and he
did it again.
This is why Robert Lazar.
Jesus Christ! I mean, that is his name.
Bigelow. There he is. You say his name 3 times, he appears. Oh, God. Oh, I love that you're laughing, but you're shaking my camera everywhere.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Earth my cam again.
All right.
Whoa.
So in the interview, by the way, a lot of the information I got was from his, which I will talk about in a second, presentation he did for UFOfest.
Okay.
And in that, he was calling him Bob Bigelow, but he's friends with him, so it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I wrote Bob Bigelow. I have to pause.
It's all good.
Roberto Bigelow.
Also, fun fact.
Yeah, tell me.
Bob Bigelow also refers to himself as Bob Bigelow. Bob Bigelow's entering.
If you smell what Bob Bigelow is cooking.
He's cooking up some shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. I had fucking Taco Bell yesterday. I'm sorry. Bob Bigelow had Taco Bell yesterday.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right. I'm going to go back to finally again, only because finally the ranch was sold in 2016 and Robert Bigelow did not own it anymore. Mm-hmm. This relieved George Knapp of his promise, and he made his documentary, The Hunt for the Skinwalker. Go check it out if you haven't already.
Jeremy Corbell?
I almost thought you said Jeremy Clarkson. I was like, okay, all right. Yes, they collaborated together.
From it.
What's that?
No, he probably would have gotten fired from it.
Yeah, he'd make some kind of reference to something. Well, using this documentary and George Knapp's presentation at the 2018 UFO Fest in Oregon, as well as the book that kind of has the same name as the UFO, The Hunt for the Skinwalker. Here is what he and the NIDS team found and experienced.
Nothing. All right, that's it, boys. Wrap it up.
Tight little bow with it. So when Bigelow, when
you went cross-eyed.
When Robert Bigelow bought the ranch back in 1995, I think we said, the NIDS Science Advisory Board had an argument as to what approach to take with the ranch. Some wanted to go in quietly with no technology and just interact with whatever this anomaly is and observe it. And of course, right.
He walks out into the open field. Speak to me!
There, at the end of this episode, there is a moment that I get to tell you that they walk in the middle of Homestead by themselves and experience happens. We'll get there, but that was funny you said that.
That's awesome.
Seriously, the exact same thing you did. That's funny.
No shit.
Yeah. So
see, I'm
just remember that. The other half wanted to go in with sensors, cameras, and other equipment to try and measure things like science does. Scientists do, whatever. This was ultimately the side that won out, and the investigation began. I started reading like a robot.
Yep. This
works.
rock is 3 inches tall, 16 inches wide.
Ooh, that was close. They investigated. Is not at all what I wanted to say.
I mean, they did.
They did investigate, but they also installed a trailer with sensors and gear. They installed cameras on poles that viewed the whole property to detect and record any anomalies.
Yeah.
Don't know why I looked at you. They interviewed the families. Nope, not there was only one family, the Gormans.
Yep.
And looked into their background. Thoroughly looked into their background to see how credible they were.
Jesus, you guys ever heard of clearing your search history?
Everything checks out, but a lot of butt play porn.
That's a big topic for you today.
Jesus. They checked the property for geomagnetic properties. There's a blind guy trying to read. Sorry. They checked the property for geomagnetic properties.
Shit.
They took soil and plant samples to study. They wanted to be sure that there were not any hallucinogenic properties that may be the cause of all these sightings. The results came back as negative. There were no hallucinogenics. So no acid trips were being had.
Yeah. Well, that's actually how the Salem witch trials happened.
Really?
Yeah.
How so? Tell me.
You really don't know?
Give them a little history.
Do you not know this?
Just give them a small, short history.
All right.
Quick.
So, it's called ergot poisoning.
Okay.
So
Is that from the plants or is that from the soil?
That's from the plant. They got it from the plants.
Got it.
I believe that it was I'm pretty sure it's a disease that attacked the plants, which they in turn used to consume.
Yeah.
In various whatever types of plants. I think it was the flower. I think it was flour that they got it from.
Oh, so they got it from like the wheat.
Like
and shit.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's like a hallucinogenic, and it made them all tripping for months and months.
Well, and then they started killing bitches because they said they were witches.
True story.
Sorry, I just wanted to rhyme. I didn't mean to call them bitches.
It's a true story. We're gonna do a quick Lennon fact check. So let's pause for a minute in case it's still recording. I've done it. Got up.
I have a light.
It's still recording.
I was about to say I have a light, so I hope it's still recording.
Sure is. We're gonna do that and that because I had you on full screen, so I can get 2 full views of your. Joking. Continue.
That's right. Well, you have nothing else to watch.
Get to watch you speak.
Where's my mouse? There we are. So yeah. Back to that. No acid trips were being had. The NIDS team started experiencing the same things the rancher and the family, the Gormans, had been, but everything seemed to happen just outside the camera range. Like it knew they were recording and didn't want to be filmed. They had tons of equipment manufactured. Oh, God. They had tons of equipment malfunctions, kind of like my eyes. Batteries would die. Vehicles would die at the same spot on the property. Compasses would go haywire, and just many weird and measurable things. How's your fact check going?
Contracted from rye bread.
Yeah.
Ergot poisoning was delivered into the systems of the people, which caused convulsions, muscle spasms, delusions, a sensation of crawling under the skin, in extreme cases, gangrene of the extremities. Severe hallucinations can also be the symptom of lysergic acid, is the substance from which the drug LSD is synthesized. So they were all pretty much tripping hard on LSD. One website here said that the women had the spasms, convulsions, and all this stuff also played into the delusions of everybody else tripping out, and they thought that these were weird witchcrafty things.
They were just going around town.
Shit, she cast a spell on us.
I got some weird feelings under my skin.
So yeah, ergot poisoning.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Need a little Lennon's History Corner.
Well, it was a mini one. And that was not present on the ranch, so that was not the cause for it.
Perfect.
In 1996, the NIDS team came in to investigate Skinwalker Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
They built observation towers on the property with gated dog runs for dogs to be in.
Yeah.
Because they would be able to sense it before the NIDS team could.
Like usual, they can pick stuff up before us like that.
They were biosensors. They're using them as biosensors.
Yes, that's the term.
Yep, sorry.
God, if I had a fucking dollar.
For what?
Every time I heard that.
Biosensors?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've heard of them. The dogs...
On the show.
What are you talking about?
They say that shit all the time on the show.
What show?
I swear to God, no, I'm going to lose it.
The dogs were able to see, hear, and sense something before the investigators were able to.
Yeah.
As I just said.
Yeah, you did.
The NIDS team would go into the pastures at night to look for UFOs or orbs or anything out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
While it had to be a weird video, full squint. Anyways, while they were out, someone kept opening the dog runs,
mm-hmm.
the dog run gates,
mm-hmm.
and letting the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I was about to say, where's my MUFON?
I did it in my head, and I realized it was in my head.
Yeah. They then put locks on the gates to try to prevent this.
That'll learn them.
From happening, and the locks would disappear. Not break, disappear. And
That's the classic MO.
Absolutely. It's Jeff again. Old Jeffy's coming in.
I'm going to take this. I'm going to take... Oh, I need this post hole digger.
Okay. I need this comb out of the fucking...
bathroom.
Freezer. Man, that was a joke we made last episode.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All
yep.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a little fresher in your brain.
Hey, that's why I was listening to it on the way over. As I can reference shit. But now, well, I'll just get fucked. So speaking of dogs.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. Well, remember the wolf story that you told?
I do.
Last
remember
episode?
that one.
From last episode?
Mm-hmm.
You know, last one. Well, when the guys of investigators heard the story about the wolf, they showed a family a picture of different species of wolves. They asked each of them individually.
They're just cycling through pictures, and picture C is a bear. This one's a manatee.
Well, they asked them which one the wolf looked like.
Yeah.
And they didn't pick the bear.
Okay.
But each of them picked the same exact picture. Do you know what picture that would be?
The manatee.
No, not the manatee.
Okay.
Let's see, we got the gray wolf. We have all these wolves. We have ancient wolves in the pictures.
Oh.
Little hint. What
Okay,
picture?
let's
Or
see.
what picture? Which one did they pick?
Was
all of them.
Was it Grey Wind from season 3 of Game of Thrones?
Yes. It was dire wolves.
Dope.
Dire wolves have been extinct for approximately 10,000 years. So how would they have seen a dire wolf?
Well,
that's usually like my cue to send it to you. And you said, well,
I don't know.
nothing. Well, yeah. So that was interesting. So they saw a dire wolf.
They did.
Well, remember the UFO RV-sized encounter that Tom and
Dave one time.
Thank you. I forgot it. Oh, Dave one time had.
And also Tad.
It's a tad fuzzy, but I think it was Dave one time.
It was definitely Dave one time.
Well, in Brazil, these box-shaped UFOs are said to sound like refrigerators and are known as chupas.
Oh.
This kind of, while I was doing this research, I was thinking about Virginia. Speaking of Virginia.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't bring this up in the beginning of the episode.
Okay.
I was editing episode 51. The 1996 Virginia UFO incident.
Yeah.
I forgot the title for a second.
It's all good.
Basically done, multiple hours of work, getting done. Took a break.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I need to eat something. I'll come back in about 20 minutes. I come back, disappeared. Legitimately, disappeared on my computer. Not anywhere.
It's fucked.
So that was fun. I know I texted you that. And
yeah. Just randomly. This week.
Yeah, tell me about it.
My computer had that weird thing happen to it.
It just disappeared?
No.
Something?
But I.
Oh, yeah.
I went I opened it up, my laptop, and the screen was black, which usually signifies power is off. I keep my laptop plugged in. I'm not supposed to do that, but I do that. You know how I do. I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, you just close it, don't you?
No, I shut it down and then I close it.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, so I open it up, and on our computer,
yes,
when you open it up, it turns itself on.
Yes.
From shutdown.
Which I love, by the way.
Which is, yes, wonderful.
Very handful.
Mwah, chef's kiss.
It's very handful.
But it didn't turn on, and the keyboard didn't light up. And so I forced the power button, or pushed the power button. I didn't force it aggressively. I pushed the power button, nothing happened. Held the power button, nothing happened. For about a half hour, computer was unresponsive. And then all of a sudden I'm like, this isn't from me lack of hitting the power button. One last time I hit the power button and then it fucking came to life. And I was like, what in the shit fucking happened? It would not do anything.
Well,
so we're getting fucked with.
I think the government's holding us down.
We're getting fucked with.
But in all reality, I'm not actually saying it's
it was the dire wolves.
Yeah, fuckers. I want to know why it disappeared, because you have to go to podcast video folder. You have to then go to main folder. Then you have to go to episode, the folder that has the episodes 50 to 59.
Yeah.
Then you have to go click on 52 or 51, sorry.
It's okay. I'm following, I think.
And then there's the episode. That's 5 steps to delete the episode.
It's 5 steps manually.
Yes, 5 steps manually, yes.
Yes. Still, it's
But
gone.
the folder
It's
wasn't open. I saved it. I closed the video thing because
Yeah.
why keep it open?
Yeah, why?
Came back, turned the computer on.
Gonzo.
Yeah. So
Fucked
it was
up
weird.
Shit.
Anyways, back to the chupas. Brazilian chupas.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
the Spanish guy.
Not really, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And does the chupas, do you think that has any type of root for chupacabra?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
It's totally different things, though, so I don't think so.
That's what I'm wondering.
Now, back in Virginia, maybe.
Yeah, anyway. It's just a question I had that I decided to ask you for no reason.
Sorry, you gave me a second to quietly clear my throat while you did
I
that.
thought we were going to gloss past it.
No. I call myself out. These sightings in Brazil have been investigated for more than 4 decades by a man named Dr. Jaquez whatever, Jaquez. In the 1980s, shut up.
Is that really his name?
Jaquez. In the 1980s, he went to Brazil to investigate the Chupa wave. The numerous reports of UFO close encounters that have resulted in the deaths or injuries of witnesses, Dr. V. I'm going to just call him Dr. Jaquez now. Dr. Jaquez published a comprehensive list of symptoms and injuries that were said to be caused by the chupas hitting an individual with what was described as a light beam. They would see him, and then it's like the chupa would notice that they saw him, come over and hit him with a light beam. Shit. So some of these signs, or symptoms I should say, are feeling of weakness. Some could hardly walk. Dizziness and headaches. Local losses of sensitivity, numbness, and trembling. Pallid complexion. I'm guessing pale. Low arterial pressure. Anemia with low hemoglobin levels. I'm going slow because I'm trying to read here.
No, I just want to...
I thought you were laughing at me. Sorry.
No, well, sort of, in essence. So, Dr. Veli was born in Paris.
Yeah.
Which means his name is Jacques.
Jacques?
That's how you spell Jacques.
Listen.
Jacques.
I thought he was Brazilian, so I went with Jaquez. I'm sorry. I thought it was...
Where would scuba diving be without Jacques Cousteau?
Fuck you, all right? I thought he was Brazilian.
It comes from a place of love.
All right. Jock.
Oh.
Dr. Jock.
Horrific.
That just sounds funny, too. Jacques Vallée. Anyways, anemia with low hemoglobin levels from Dr. Jock. Jaquez. Blackened skin where the light had hit with several red-purple circles. Hot and painful. 2 to 3 centimeters in diameter.
Yeah.
2 punctured marks inside the red circles resembling mosquito bites. Hard to the touch.
Oh, shit.
Kind of like nipples.
Okay.
They look like they had nipples on their arms and legs.
Eskimo nipples.
Hair in the blackened areas fell out and did not rejuvenate as if follicles had been destroyed.
Okay.
No nausea or diarrhea.
All right.
It just said no nausea and diarrhea, so I wrote it.
Perfect.
Aside from those that had been killed by these light beams, most of the individual's symptoms would disappear within several days. Within 7 days.
Okay. Well, 7, yeah.
Well, Dr. Jacques or Jaquez, however you want to really say it,
Vote now.
would conclude that what UFO witnesses describe as light may in fact be a complex combination of ionizing and non-ionizing radiation.
Yep.
However, many of the injuries described are consistent with the effects of high-powered pulsed microwaves. Such a beam could, there's a period there. Such a beam could cause the dizziness, headaches, paralysis.
Yeah.
Fucking
Paralytic.
yeah.
It's Parallax, the Green Lantern villain.
Absolutely. Pickling. Nope.
All right. We're making pickles today, boys. And girls.
Sorry. Prickling and numbness reported by many witnesses. Not pickling. My toes are pickling.
A common symptom of ionizing radiation is the need for pickling.
Needless to say, an encounter with one of these crafts could prove to be a very unpleasant and non-deadly experience.
Sounds like it.
So, Dave one time, Tad, and Tom had a reason to be nervous when they saw the RV. Now, they probably didn't know all that shit.
No, they knew. Dave one time knew.
Dave one time's like, hey, Freddy told me about this once.
We gotta get out of here.
Like, now, Scoop, zoinks. Remember your... There was nothing that came out there. Now we're going to talk about the bull story that is your favorite story.
That's my favorite story.
Do you want to give them a little overview from last week?
So what happens is bulls, they are money-making, sperm-making machines.
Yeah, like you and me. We're two prize bulls over here.
Fucking ain't right. They owned, the Gormans, that is, owned 4 of them. Black Angus and Black Sementals.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. 2,000 pounds, 4 of them. They were inside of their corral. Gormans drove by, admired them. They drove back, drove by them again.
About 25 minutes later, correct?
45 minutes later.
Okay.
Close. And they were gone. They scurried in there and found them in a catatonic, hypnotic state inside of a trailer that had no business holding 4 of them. And,
None. No business. They were in a catatonic state like me and you yesterday watching number 11, number 13, number 11, number 13, number 11, number 13.
So hard to choose.
You know what?
Why not both?
Either one. I prefer number 13. We're not going to get into it on the podcast, okay? Going to just move on. The bull story. Thank you for giving a little bit of analysis. It's not the word I wanted. Overview of the bull story.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
The old white ranch, the old white trailer where they kept their tools in, it only had one door, as you stated back in last episode and just now. And they kept it locked and chain shut, right?
Yes, I think so.
Chain shut, right?
I think so. I know it was locked and hadn't been opened in a long time.
Yes, there's cobwebs, there's everything, but there was only one door.
Correctamundo.
And the bulls were in there. The door wasn't open.
Yep.
They kicked out the fucking side of the side of the trailer. After he was like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing in there?" They said, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, they woke him up.
So the NIDS guys then investigated this trailer. NIDS guys weren't there that day. Sorry.
This is confusing.
Let me just start here.
All right.
The NIDS guys, they were not there that day, but they arrived a couple hours after hearing about the incident from Tom.
Which he called almost immediately after.
Yes.
After they corralled him.
They were in, I think they said they were taking a rare vacation or the rare day off or whatever in Las Vegas, and I think that's where their headquarters was.
I think, yes.
So they started using instruments to see if they could detect anything unusual with the trailer, and then they realized that the entire corral, not just the trailer, the entire corral was magnetized.
Oh, shit.
They don't know why. The door to the trailer was still wired shut, or still not wired shut, but
locked and chained.
Chained shut. Thank you.
There you go.
Wow. Couldn't think. So whoever, or whomever got those bulls in those trailers didn't use the door.
Trailer plural. Also.
Yeah, I didn't mean trailers. I meant trailer. Sorry.
It's all good. I understand. They also experimented by locking the intern in there. See how long till you pass out. He's getting dizzy, folks. Bob, should we let him out now? No. This is for science.
Lazar, what are you doing here?
Sorry. God damn it! How many times we tell you to get out of here?
Oh, God.
Shoo. Back to Area 51 and S4. Little trickster, you.
You bastard. Shortly after this
incident... Sorry, sir, if you're hearing this.
If you are hearing this...
Reach out. We'd love to talk to you for real. He's not going to ever hear this.
Even if he did hear it, he wouldn't talk to us because we're not like Joe Rogan and established.
Business
he
talk.
doesn't really do much. I'm going to move on.
All right.
So shortly after this incident, there was a calf mutilation.
Okay. As they do time and time again.
So
Their favorite thing is fucking with animals.
all right, so the calf mutilation.
Yeah.
While they were tagging newborn baby calves, hence newborn, in 1996, I don't know why I put the year down. It's not even the right year. No, it was the right year because they moved in 94. It was 96. All right. One of the first calves they had tagged. You can keep laughing. I can barely see you. I can barely see you. I can see it though. I see the white teeth. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It's just beard and white. So one of the calves they were tagging not 30 minutes earlier,
You do?
my lady, was found mutilated. Reference NID team video of calf. There's a NID team video of the calf. No, they did have a video of the aftermath and the calf laying there just totally sprawled out.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah.
I think.
They were alerted, not the NIDS team, but the Gormans were alerted to this while tagging other calves further away in the pasture as their dog, we're going to call him old Freddy, their dog Freddy focused his attention back towards the house and to where they were tagging the first calf.
Yeah.
It was the dog was growling, not the calf. The dog was growling and barking.
Sounds really wrong on this one.
Oh God! The dog was growling and barking.
Yeah.
It then took off towards where the calf was.
Oh shit!
Never to be seen again. The documentaries.
Wait, the dog?
That's what.
Not old Freddy.
Fucking Freddy's gone.
His name's Old Freddy.
Well, gave him a name just to make him disappear.
Fuck.
Now,
according to Old Freddy,
during to the presentation that George Knapp was giving, he said never to be seen again. But I think it was in the documentary they were talking about that. So, the footage that I saw.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. Either way, it was in that clip. They said it was never to be seen again. That was also a theme. That's why they sold the ranch to Bigelow. I don't think you covered that, but
no, I did not.
So while they were talking to Robert Bigelow,
yes, that's his name.
Tom was talking to him. The dogs were barking and chasing like this. I think it was a blue orb. It was some kind of orb.
Yeah.
And basically, it was like leading them away. And then Tom heard a big yelp. Got off the phone real quick with Robert Bigelow and went over to where the yelp was, and there was just three. It was three dogs, and there was three just puddles there. Oh. So it looked like they were like incinerated. He's like, "Nope, that's it. I'm done."
Fuck.
And then Robert Bigelow bought the ranch. Anyways, the dog was never seen again.
Look, I hear it.
Not the
my
puppies.
half of Don't Touch My Sasquatch podcast. I do not stand for that. Dogs are the greatest.
That's it.
They can torture and torment those people all they want.
And the calves, apparently.
And the calves.
And the cows.
The minute they bring the dogs into it,
All right, we're going to go there and show them a thing or two, aren't we?
Right.
Travis, Dragon, let's go. I guess we should be talking to the new owner more so than them. But anyways, I digress.
All right, let's call Brandon.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon, who the fuck is this? You don't know who I am? Neither do I, actually. They noticed the mother running back and forth in a half circle in distress. And then they found the calf. Oh, yeah. Also, while it was running back for, I think its back hind leg was like broken or something like that, too.
Shit, fun.
Yeah. So then they found the calf, spread eagle on the ground, with all four limbs spread on the ground.
Yeah.
And all internal organs gone. All muscles gone from the torso. Legs intact, but one of the ears was gone.
Pick me. Let me guess. No blood on the scene.
So the NIDS investigation. Let's see if Lennon's right.
Let's see. I usually am.
That was the overview of the calf thing. Now we're going to get to the NIDS investigation.
All right.
The family called the NIDS investigators, who were on the rare vacation at the time, which apparently everything happens on vacation. They returned with a 4-man team, including a veterinarian, upon hearing about the calf. The first thing...
Who looked strikingly like Bob Lazar.
Bob, is that you with a goddamn goatee? And a hat?
No.
dastardly.
Rats foiled again.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. The first thing they noticed was that the ear was sliced off with a very sharp utensil. Knife.
Like with surgical precision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a scalpel almost.
Yeah.
The ear that was cut off was the one that was tagged with a large plastic yellow tag that they just put on.
Yeah.
About 10 feet away from the carcass was a femur that had been forcibly torn off the animal. Extreme difficulty to tear a femur off the animal and requires immense strength. So immense that I had to just immense it. Oh my God, my pelvis. Something removed about 60 pounds of meat within 45 minutes. Interesting.
It is.
It's a lot of meat in a short time. Also, I'll get into it in a second. Maybe let me finish all this. The team gathered tissue and bone samples, which were sent to 3 independent pathology labs.
Okay.
They all came back with the result that the calf was carved up by sharp metallic instruments. A machete-like object was slammed into the bones, and a smaller scalpel-like object was sliced the hide and muscle.
Yeah.
There was no blood or entrails on the ground at the scene. The NIDS team did an experiment where they poured blood onto the ground to see how fast it would absorb into the ground. The blood was still visible 2 days later. Somehow the carcass and ground around the carcass was completely clean of any blood, which is also common in cattle mutilation.
Yeah. The NIDS team did an experiment. They mutilated a calf themselves.
To see if we could do this.
I was worried you were going there.
Scalpel? So the NIDS team's conclusion was that the animal must have been killed elsewhere and brought back and then put down or laid down carefully in a almost ritual manner with the sprawled out legs and all that.
Yeah.
Most cattle mutilations happen in the secrecy of night. Healthy cattle are silently and skillfully killed with their organs being removed. Usually an eye, a tongue, an ear, reproductive organs, and the rear end, in other words, the asshole, are removed with surgical precision. Mutilations are distinguished by the anomalously sudden death of an animal with rarely a sign of a struggle. There are no tracks, human footprints, or the marks, or any marks at the scene. That was a weird way to put that line, but you get the point. There's nothing at the scene other than the carcass.
Yeah.
Many veterinarians are and were amazed at the precision and skill of the cuts that looked like they were made using scalpels or another form of extremely sharp knife. There is still no concrete explanation for this day. There's still no concrete explanation to this day. How would a predator do this while not being seen by the rancher, wife, or dog? Well, technically, I guess he was seen by the dog.
Yo, Freddy. Too soon.
How about the removal of parts with surgical precision? No animal's going to do that.
No.
And how would there be no mess? Any explanation?
The only animal that comes to mind that can operate a blade is a wolverine.
The Wolverine.
I did it.
The Wolverine.
God,
he uses claws.
Yeah.
Shink.
Oh, no, that's pretty wild, though.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
You're not
50,000 times later.
I want you to.
Okay. Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't there an episode where they saw something flash over a pasture, and then all of a sudden the cow pretty much just like toppled and dropped dead?
Kind of. So the cow died suddenly.
Yeah.
And there's traces of, I think, radioactiveness or something.
Yeah.
And they were watching the video of said cattle.
Yes, that's right.
Because it looked like it was in distress and stressed, and then it, as they're watching that, there's a
Something flew across the sky.
Exactly. I don't know what it was.
Shaped like a commercial jet.
Yeah, we're going like 10 times faster.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Captain James McDonald. Is it up there? There it is. That was a good one. I think I can barely see. You're a big blur. Later that night, there was a commotion, and the rancher not wanting to lose any more livestock. This is after the rewind for a second. This is right after the calf mutilation that day.
Okay.
Later that night, there was a commotion, and the rancher, not wanting to lose any more of its cattle, livestock, or anything to do with its cows, and two NIDS scientists just fucking punch it, why don't you? Two NIDS scientists drove out to the location where they heard the commotion. They see a furry, dark orb-like thing at the base of a tree and two big yellowish eyes in the tree.
Okay.
Tom shot at the orb at the base of the tree, and it disappeared. He then shot at the thing in the tree with the yellow eyes, and he hit it.
Mm. All of a sudden, Hunter falls out of it dead.
Ah!
I love how he's just so done with it that anything he sees, he just starts blasting.
Fuck this shit.
I don't blame him, but fuck.
So whatever it was fell out of the tree.
Yeah.
And the three of them, Tom and the two NIDS investigators, go to check it out. What they saw was a footprint that was how George Knapp described it as a raptor footprint.
Raptor?
Yeah, 3 finger.
That kind of raptor.
Yeah. Not what kind of raptor is there?
Velociraptor?
Yes. No, yeah. Oh, he's describing it as a dinosaur raptor.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like raptor, like birds.
No.
Even though that is where they come from, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, they supposedly videotaped the track, and it told them some dinosaur-like animal was present. Mm-hmm. They went into the brush after it, but never located it.
Bastards.
Probably for the best. I mean, if a damn raptor is loose, do you really want to fucking follow it and find it?
Right.
Fuck it. Clever girl.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. I don't know. That would creep me out, though.
The best way I find to document non-moving objects
Tell me.
is
blast them.
Is with video, yes.
Exactly. So that was the cat mutilation. We're hitting it all.
It's here.
I didn't do the same order you did.
That's okay.
But next is portals.
Oh.
We're getting to portals.
Like the game.
In August of 1996, the rancher and one of the NIDS investigators were doing a night surveillance on top of the ridge. Mm-hmm. They were spotting... Nope, they weren't spotting. They spotted a hovering ball of light in the middle of the homestead. Mm-hmm. It was about 4 feet off the ground and looked like a dull yellow light. Suddenly... That's a period. Sorry. Looked like a dull yellow light. Mm-hmm. Suddenly... It expanded and grows into an approximate 3-foot wide opening.
Okay.
The investigator present turned on his night vision equipment, and everything from the yellow orb became like a 3-dimensional tunnel. Mm-hmm. The investigator that had the night vision suddenly saw what looked like a creature crawling out of the tunnel that was hovering about 4 feet off the ground. Creature that crawled out was approximately 8 foot tall.
Shit.
That's a big
motherfucker. Shit.
That's big. Shit. With the head, no neck. Now with a head, no neck, a torso, arms, and legs.
Okay.
That's how he described
it. Pretty normal.
Yeah, I think they had him on. I think he was the one talking.
Hey guys.
I'm 8 feet tall.
Imagine if I had a neck. There were no details or features of note on it because it was so dark. Mm-hmm. It stood up once out of it stood up once out of the tunnel vortex thing.
Yep.
And walked away into the darkness. That would creep the shit on me.
Yeah.
The light then began to shrink and close in on itself. Then it faded away. Tom that was with the investigator. I don't know why I said Tom that was with him. Like, there's another Tom that's not with him.
Anti-Tom.
Yeah, they split Tom into two. They needed two Toms. Tom 1 and Tom 2.
Oh, shit.
Tom didn't see or have the night vision, I should say. Didn't have the night vision technology, and he only saw a dull yellow orb that was approximately 4 foot in diameter that suddenly disappeared. So these orbs they see on Skinwalker Ranch, get some night vision. Let's see that shit. I want to see a portal.
Fuck yeah. Talked about the portals.
You did talk about the portals, yes. I didn't say you didn't talk about it. I just didn't have the... Yeah. I'm just kind of going with the stories and investigation that they did, so...
Yeah.
I want to wrap it up with George Nappy.
Do it.
Nappy boy.
Knapsack.
Yeah. Fucking autocorrect every time I throw nap. Knapsack.
George Knapsack. It's the best part about any time you texted me last week.
I just gave up and was like, fucking knapsack, whatever. So, George Knapp.
Yeah.
First visited... Sorry. So, George Knapp. The first visit that he made, they did the 3 things that seemed to stir up activity on the ranch. He was a stranger to the ranch. They all got together and built a fire and made tons of noise. And then they got the earth mover and moved Doug.
Doug's a big boy. You gotta get him up somehow.
Why did that happen? Anyways, they moved the ground a little, is what I meant to say. I don't know why they moved Doug.
Well, he needed to move so they could move the ground.
Doug ain't moving again. All right, here we go.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. After they did the 3 things that stir up activity, they then put George Nappy Boy, they then put George Knapsack on a chair in the middle of the homestead and left him there by himself.
Oh, it's happening.
Scared the poopy out of me. They went a couple 100 yards away and observed him with binoculars.
Okay.
Infrared and shit like that.
Why is he touching himself?
Okay. They did this to see if anything came to get him or anything would happen to him.
They were so far away. What happened if something did take him?
He's fucked. He's fucked.
Out on his own.
Yeah, they're only 100 yards away. Is that a raptor? What should we do?
Fuck.
God damn it, Pop! Get out of here!
Flash your press badge!
Well, the only thing that came to get him, though, that night was mosquitoes.
Oh, shit.
But before they put George out there sitting in the middle of the homestead by himself in the middle of the night, they told him a story of an incident prior to the NIDS arrival.
Oh, shit.
Before the NIDS team arrival, there was a big grizzly guy that showed up at the ranch one day, claiming that something had drawn him there, and he asked if he would be allowed to meditate in the middle of the homestead.
What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
I don't know. Grizzly Adams is what I'm going to call him from now on. Finally, Tom, and I think Tad was not available. It was either Tad.
Tad was available.
Tad, come get a load of this guy.
He was on the reserve team until then.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be Dave one time, but
he kind of flaked.
You got a flat tire on the way over. He finally talks Tom and either Dave one time or Tad into letting him go meditate in the middle of the fucking homestead. Okay. Even says, I'll let you drive me out there. You can drive me off wherever you want. Something drew me here, and I need to meditate. So they drive him in the middle of the homestead. This guy is chanting and looking at the sky with the rancher, while the rancher and his son, or Dave one time, were watching and chuckling to themselves. What the fuck? I don't know what kind of meditating he's doing that he's chanting to the sky, the fucking universe. Like, right.
Hey, actually, there's a show I watch that is quite humorous, but he travels around the world. Oh, notification!
Okay.
Still recording.
Fucking ADD. What the hell?
I do.
Yeah, there's a story. Oh, notification. What were you trying to say?
These people were meditating in the pyramids of Giza.
Oh.
And their meditation was by chanting.
Okay, well, maybe that's a different kind of meditation than I know. I thought chanting was just, I don't know, chanting. But I guess you can go into a trance with it. I have no clue. Either way, they were laughing at him.
Yeah.
Then they suddenly heard like a cowbell. I had trouble there because kettlebell is a fucking gym equipment, and I'm like mixing the two.
Oh, I gotta work your gym muscles into it.
They heard a noise like a cowbell.
Yeah.
In the brush. Except their cows didn't have any cowbells.
No.
We need more cowbell.
Ted was just playing Blue Oyster Cult.
God! They looked over, and they started seeing something moving through the brush.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams is too busy talking to the universe to notice that something is coming towards him. Now, they said this thing... Sorry. They said this thing looked like... they likened it to the Predator movie when it's camouflaged.
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, it's like camouflaged and whatever. So this thing walks over to him from the brush.
Yeah.
Camouflaged like the Predator.
Yep.
Walks right up to Grizzly Adams, who is still... has his eyes closed.
Yeah.
And lets out a huge roar right in Grizzly Adams' face. Well,
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams then shits his pants,
Yeah.
stumbles backwards, runs back to the rancher and son, Dave one time, I don't fucking know, and said, this place is haunted, it's fucking filled with devils, get me the fuck out of here, basically.
You're the one who wanted it.
Well, right? It drew him to it. It was the devil.
Oh.
So then this thing goes back into the bushes, and the rancher and his son go to check on the guy. I kind of skipped ahead, whatever. The guy tells them to get him the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And that this place is cursed and has demons.
I've heard this one.
Yeah, it's almost like I just said that.
Yeah.
Well, then in then around 2005, the phenomenon starts dying down.
Okay.
After a while of investigating or hunting for the Skinwalker, it started to die down, like I just said. The phenomenon seemed to make a statement, though, as it was tired of, like it was tired of this, not as it was tired of this.
All of a sudden, across the sky, Finn appeared.
Finn? Your sister?
The French word Finn appeared.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was like, why's your sister? Is she riding a broomstick too? Wait, why is she alive back then? It almost seemed to make like a statement of this.
Yeah.
There were 3 poles with cameras on them, as I've talked about in the beginning, for monitoring the ranch and its activity and trying to catch it on camera.
Yeah.
One day, one of the cameras goes out. Wires are ripped out, plastic covering is gone, and all the tape was ripped off, all the duct tape.
Yeah.
Something clearly destroyed this camera. So they went back to the other 2 cameras that were there, looked at the video from the other cameras, and whatever tore this camera up isn't visible in the camera. The only thing that they could see after analyzing these videos from the camera was a tiny blue light buzzing around. Probably a tiny blue orb.
Probably.
After this, the activity stops, and there isn't any other places with hot spots. So NIDS basically goes underground, and Bob Bigelow dissolves it in 2004. NIDS, that is. Contradictory to 2005, I said. I think I fucked up, bro. The NIDS team didn't come to any conclusions about Skinwalker Ranch, and it is still a mystery to this day, as seen by the series The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Beautiful.
With all this activity from the family and the investigation that followed by the NIDS team and George Knapsack, let's dive into our own personal thoughts on Skinwalker Ranch. We've presented the facts. It's time now to examine the evidence and give our theories. So pull up a chair for our final thoughts. Science. In this dojo, Lennon goes first.
God
And
damn.
yeah, this is my dojo. You go first.
I hate
Jesus.
when you make me go first.
I could start going first. I thought I'd be a gentleman in my dojo.
Gentleman and a scholar. Trying to remember what I didn't write.
Okay.
Or what I didn't read from what I wrote.
You didn't really read anything.
For more information. Okay, so I read everything I wrote, and I didn't write any final thoughts. My final thoughts...
That's okay. This is a talking thing. What is your final thoughts? What's your thoughts?
Honestly, I think my final thoughts are honestly is what I meant to say.
Okay.
I think a lot of the activity based around the ranch have to do with these portals. It's something that sticks out to me. That the fact that it's such a gauntlet of activity of different types, and some of this activity is seen coming out of the portals, whether it's craft or creatures.
Right.
I think these portals are a big center point of this ranch. If this place is something that's actually connected to somewhere else, whether that's another wherever, a dimension, place in the universe, so forth, so on. I think that these events are spawning at this point, whatever these portals are. The frequency in which Tom saw these portals and the frequency.
I mean the 1.6 frequency?
Yes. I don't get it.
Oh. You know the show. From the show, they keep getting the 1.6 megahertz
Oh,
frequency.
yes.
Trying to make a joke.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm
It's
sorry.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Please proceed. The frequency in which these occur.
Yes, the 1.6 frequency that they occur. I get it. Yeah, the frequency they occur and the frequency he saw the portals. I think there's probably a correlation there in the fact that, like I said, they saw things coming out of it, that they also saw things similar onto the ranch.
Yeah.
Now, what makes this place so special that this is a place that is connected somewhere else? There's points around the earth that some people call them ley lines, right. Stuff like that.
Energy.
Yes. That I think that's a completely another topic, but this place is definitely a hotbed.
Don't they lay on the ley line? Doesn't Skinwalker Ranch lay on a ley line?
Shit, I think you're right. It does.
Yeah. I don't know if it's intersection or if it just lays on one, but I'm pretty sure it does.
I think you're right. But either way, just the fact that they have so much activity and so many different types of it,
right?
It just makes this one of the most fascinating,
extremely
things to me,
and confusing.
And confusing, yes.
Like it's all the activity. There's even a Bigfoot encounter. A family being seen.
You said it right. Yeah, it's all of the activity.
It really is. It's all of it. Like,
yeah.
So it's very interesting, physical and non-physical.
Mm-hmm.
So what could be causing all this?
Portals.
Are there portals to a different dimension and time that are leaking through dimension or time, or time? It could be both, I guess. That are kind of like leaking through and causing all these anomalies to happen. Like the story I just told about the orange orb that looked like a portal vortex coming through, is something coming through. Was that to a different time? Was it different, universe? I don't know. Different time in our own Earth?
I wonder what time in our own Earth it is that we're 8 foot tall with no neck.
Oh, no. That was a Neanderthal.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to go with that.
Orang pandic.
Another weird thing is it seems like the phenomena is intelligent.
Yes, exactly. That is another weird factor in it.
All of it, though. Like, it's not just one or two things. The wolf seemed to be intelligent. The portals seem to be intelligent. The orbs seem to be intelligent. The RV seems to be intelligent.
Encompassing that, everything that happens is as calling the activity its own thing.
Yeah.
That's intelligent because it seems to be in response to things.
Yes.
Like it kicks up when you dig on the ranch, or when you put animals onto the ranch, Exactly. It kicks up for that.
Also, when you put a surveillance camera right here where the activity is happening, and then all of a sudden the activity stops happening there and moves to a different location where the camera isn't shooting at it, like that's intelligence.
The bull story,
obvious.
They drove by and they said, "God, I love these bulls. I would be lost if anything happened to them."
It's like a trickster.
And then 45 minutes later, the bulls that have been otherwise fine this entire time, something happens to.
Yeah, definitely like a trickster.
Yeah.
the Utes version of the Skinwalker, one of the things is that it's a trickster. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Awesome.
So my little paragraph I had to kind of summarize is, with everything from Bigfoot encounters to orbs to poltergeists to UFOs that are seen on the ranch, is this a sign that all of these things come from one singular or similar phenomena, and most of our experiences are from this phenomenon, but at different times. I know what I was saying there. I'm sorry. That was an added word. Are most of our experiences around the world from this said phenomena, but at different times, different things. So like Skinwalker Ranch has everything.
Yeah.
Bigfoot, like I just named.
Yeah.
But when we witness a poltergeist, it's from the same phenomena, but it's just singular because they're not on a ley line. When we witness Bigfoot, is it the same phenomena, but we're not on a ley line where it's concentrating all that energy?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe Skinwalker Ranch is an intersection of all these things, and that's why it experiences them all at once in one location. That was kind of a, I don't want to say a synopsis, but a thought I had that I wrote down.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Like that everything in the world from ghosts to everything, or maybe it's like a dimensional thing that just because there's not energy focused, like in your place, someone's heard walking, but there's no one here. Is that the phenomena happening, but you don't have a ley line here to enhance the energy to manifest more than that?
I think that's an interesting theory. I like that. I
can't claim credit to the theory, but I read it and I wanted to put
that's
it out
very
there.
interesting. I do like that, which provoked me as you were saying it. My ADHD.
I didn't mean to provoke you. Sorry.
To start looking up, because now I want to look up ley lines, and see if Skinwalker lies somewhere along the lines.
Yeah.
Ley line interactive map.
Or I would just type like, is Skinwalker Ranch on a ley line?
There we go.
Yeah, what's up?
Skinwalker Ranch sits on not only a location where modern Indian reservation shaman tell of an old fight against evil. It sits right smack dab, literally exactly, on a huge negative ley line that runs between Salt Lake City, Utah, and Alamosa, Colorado. Interpret this how you will, but the answer is yes.
There you go.
This is from Cora. Somebody answered it, so I don't have like a physical.
So we both looked at Cora and got a different, like the same answer, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have hard-hitting evidence, but somebody has said yes.
Well, the thing is we can't stay here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes researching. We got disc golf to do later. So,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it's on a ley line, which enhances energy, which then is what I'm kind of trying to say. Is that why there's so much happening in one spot?
I like that theory.
Yeah. Could possibly.
Maybe the energy of the ley lines maybe the ley lines there are balling and portaling and ejecting out all this occurrences.
It's just be interesting. I also like the Bigfoot thing that's camouflaged. I don't know what the fuck it was.
It is wild.
Like, can Bigfoot
You are
camouflage?
one ugly son of a bitch.
Big fucking eyes, but ugly.
Nice fucking bitch.
No. Yeah. That'd be interesting. Also, if that thing that scared the hippie. I mean, the
Grizzly Adams.
Grizzly Adams. Yeah, not a hippie. If that was a Bigfoot, then that'd be interesting. Like why people can see it and then all of a sudden not see it at the same time.
That's cool.
Interesting. Things that make you say, Go get your shirt right now on don'ttouchmysasquatch.com//shop.
Do it.
It's a nice shirt. It's a nice fucking shirt.
It is a nice shirt. I do appreciate
Things
it.
that make you say, So,
yes.
Skinwalker Ranch is a sorry.
I'm good.
Okay. So, Skinwalker Ranch is a hotbed of all sorts of activity. The cause of this phenomena baffles scientists, experts, and investigators alike. Is it aliens, portals, ghosts, or all the above? Or some kind of energy that transmits all of these things in one location from a ley line? One thing we know is for sure. This 480-acre ranch is plagued by some sort of an intelligent presence.
Yeah.
From what you've heard in the last 2 episodes, you can come to your own conclusions. But that's And those are our theories, and we're going to stick to them.
Damn straight.
Absolutely. Maestro, hit him with the outro.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, squatches and camouflaged squatches.
Squatches and camouflage squatches. I like
there's
it.
two different ones. One's a military.
It's kind of like
personnel.
Tom and Tom 2, right?
Yep. And Dave one time.
Yeah. Bob, get out of here. Fucking Lazar.
He's back. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode and last week's episode.
All of the episodes.
All of them. If you would like to reach out to us and let us know your thoughts or opinions, you can do so by finding us on Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit, and on our YouTube channel where you can see our gorgeous faces.
Yes.
Links are in the show notes below.
Hey. Sorry. And you're going to get to it. I bet.
Okay.
My bad. My bad.
If you enjoy what we do here at Don't Touch My Sasquatch and would like to support us, you can join our Patreon to get bi-weekly bonus shows, discounts on merch, exclusive Patreon-only content, and lots more for you to enjoy. Hit the subscribe button for auto downloads to listen first thing every Monday morning to get that sweet, sweet cryptid knowledge into your brain.
Absolutely, and it helps us.
And it helps us.
Just to be seen.
Okay.
I don't know where I was going. I had a thought in my head, and then I've lost it. So
it's all good.
Go ahead.
You can drop us a 5-star rating and write us a review. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you rate us and write us a review, until June 10th, you get like free merchandise from us if we like your review.
Well, no, it's a giveaway that you are entered into to get a free merchandise.
That's what I said. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. You don't just get free merchandise if you review it.
No, I know. I said if we like your review and we pick you.
My bad. I misheard.
I said it wrong. Yeah, if we'll pick two winners, our two favorites, you get a mug and a shirt.
Yes, sir.
Not both.
Our favorite gets a shirt of your choosing, and
the worst gets a mug.
No, the second runner-up, if you will get a mug. And by the time that comes out, this giveaway is done. We'll probably have another shirt or two. Definitely things that make you say,
Share us on your socials and tell your cryptid-loving friends and family about us.
Yeah.
Subscribe, hit the bell, like the videos on YouTube. This all helps us to grow and bring even more great content for you to enjoy. Like some investigations coming up?
I hope so.
No, there are.
There are. Yeah. And I know it's repetitive and redundant. Everybody says like and subscribe, but it really does help to be seen by more people.
And it takes you half a second.
It does. It also makes it so that we can give you more ear enjoyment and maybe an eargasm.
Oh, those famous
drip, drip, drip. Here comes the eargasm.
Well, join us next Monday for our next incredible episode. You may write us, rate us, review us, but remember to always stay curious, be vigilant, and don't touch my Sasquatch.
That no neck son of a bitch is crawling back in the portal.
Ah, shit. See ya.
Woo! Lennon, cut that.
Okay. That was a wowza.
No.
Making some magic happening.
Didn't look bad. Are you done? I mean, that seemed... Oh, you were cleaning that out. I mean, oh, wait. That means we have...
Ah!
All right.
Making magic.
Oh, my God. I thought that was coming down.
I'm trying to move as much shit as possible today.
Just don't move dirt. They might actually...
They don't like that.
Of course, I don't have allergies really that bad, but I can't see. There you
Classic.
go. There you go.
Yes, got it. It is a B3 on my bingo card.
Clearly now, my glasses are on. Oh my God, these words are so huge.
That's what she said. Camera.
Hold on.
Okay. We're holding. Oh, shit.
Hold it, baby. Finally, the ranch did come back. Oh, sorry, I was doing my rock impression.
while you're fucking around.
I'm like caught on everything.
I see that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, my.
Oh my. I'm just gonna keep it at an angle like that. Whoa! Fuck.
Crazy.